Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to see a problem on class 10 Maths NCERT syllabus chapter 3 example 1. Akila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel and play hoopla. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. If each ride cost 3 rupees and a game of hoopla cost 4 rupees, how would you find the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla provided she spent 20 rupees? Okay, the problem seems to be bigger, but it is very simple. Here, a girl named Akila went to a fair. There, she went for two rides. One is ride on a giant wheel and another one is to play hoopla. So, the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. So, this sentence forms our first equation. The number of times she played on hoopla. Okay. Let the number of times she played on hoopla be y. Is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Let the number of rides on giant wheel be x. Right. So, here we can write this expression as number of rides on giant wheel be x and number of times she played hoopla is y. So, the sentence is the number of times she played hoopla, that is y, is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. So, the number of rides on giant wheel is x, right? So, this is our first equation. So, let me rearrange this equation. So, here when you bring this 2 to this side, here you will be having 2y is equal to x, right? Now I am moving this 2y to the right hand side. So we can write this expression as x minus 2y which is equal to 0. Right? Let this be your equation number 1. And the next thing is, if each ride cost 3 rupees and a game of hoopla cost 4 rupees, how would you find the number of times she had and how many times she played hoopla? Okay, totally she had spent 20 rupees for each ride on giant wheel. That is, each ride on a giant wheel cost 3 rupees, and to play hoopla for each game you should give 4 rupees. So totally she had spent 20 rupees. So as we already mentioned here, the number of rides on giant wheel is x and number of time playing hoopla is y. So with this we can make the equation. So here the ride is mentioned as x here. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 20 because she had spent the whole 20 rupees in playing giant wheel and playing hoopla, right? So we don't know how many rides she went. So here we have taken that one as x and y respectively. So the next equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 20, and this is your equation number 2. So our first part of the problem gets over here. That is, we had represent these two equations algebraically. So these are the two equations for this given problem, right? And the next thing is, I am going to represent this one graphically. So here I am considering the first equation, that is x minus 2y is equal to 0. Now we are going to find the values of y for different values of x. So here, first let me draw a tabulation. In this tabulation, we are going to find the values of x and y. So here write it as x and here let it be y. So the first step is, the easier thing is, you make x 0 once and similarly y 0 on the other side. So here, when you put from this equation, when you substitute the value of x as 0, that is, when you substitute x equal to 0, what happens here? 0 minus 2y is equal to 0. That is, minus 2y is equal to 0, and again y is equal to 0 by minus 2, which is equal to 0. Right. So here, when the value of x is 0, the value of y is 0. And the next thing is, again, when you substitute the value of y as 0. When you substitute the value of y as 0, again here the value of x is also becomes 0. Right. So when you substitute y 0 here, you see this term reduces to 0. That is, x minus 0 is equal to 0, and here the value of x is again 0. So these are all the two different points we are having here. So since all the values are made as 0, we can take some other values of x so that we can calculate the value of y accordingly. So here I am making the value of x as 2. That is, I am taking another value since these both the values gives 0. So that I am taking the value of x as 2 here. So when you substitute the value of x as 2, so listen carefully. So x is 2 here, right? So x minus 2y is equal to 0. So 2 minus 2y is equal to 0. So 2 is equal to, we are moving this minus 2y to the right hand side. So which is equal to 2y. So the value of y is equal to 2 by 2, which is nothing but 1. Right. So when the value of x is 2, the value of y is 1 here. So we have find the values of x and y respectively. Right. Next, consider your second equation. Your second equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Again, here form a tabulation. Just substitute different values of x and find the values of y accordingly. So here, again take the values of x and y. So just makes x as 0 and y as 0 and find the respective values. So here in this equation, when you substitute x equal to 0, what happens? The equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So when you substitute x as 0, so 3 into 0 becomes 0. So 0 plus 4y is equal to 20. Therefore, y is equal to 20 by 4, which is equal to 5. Right. So here, when the value of x is 0, y is equal to 5 here. And the next thing is, again in the same equation, substitute y 0 and find the value of x. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So 3x and this term becomes 0. 4 into 0 becomes 0. So 0 equal to 20. So 3x is equal to 20 and x is equal to 20 by 3. So 20 by 3 is nothing but it will be 6 point, that is 6 3s are 18 and remainder we will be having 2 and again 20. So it will goes as 6.66. So here the value be 6.66. Right. So again I am taking some random values here. So here for the value of x, we can take any value, but here I am taking the value as 4. So when you substitute the value here, again you see 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So when you substitute the value of x as 4, so 3 into 4 plus 4y is equal to 20. So 4 3s are 12. So 12 plus 4y is equal to 20. So 4y is equal to 20. When you move this 12 to right hand side, this becomes 20 minus 12. So that is equal to 8. So 4y is equal to 8 and the value of y is 8 by 4, which is nothing but 2 here. So here you are getting the value as 2. Right. The next step is, now I am going to represent these two equations in a graph. So first we need to plot the points accordingly. So here you see the value of x is 0 and y is 0. So this is our graph. Now I am going to plot the points. So the value of x is 0 and y is 0. This is our first point. And the second point is the value of x is 2 and y is 1. So the value of x is 2 here. So this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So it is 2 comma 1. So here this is your second point. Right. Now join these 2 points. So these 2 points forms your first equation. So the equation is x minus 2y is equal to 0. Right. And the next thing is we are going to plot our second equation graphically. So this is the respective part. So 0 comma 5 is your first point. So x is 0 and y is 5. So the point comes like this. Then the second one is x is 6.66 and y is 0. So here the point comes somewhere around here. So here I am marking it as 6.66. And the next point is the value of x is 4 and the value of y is 2. So this point comes here. Now we are going to join these 3 points using a scale. So the equation for this line is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Right. So when you look at this graph, you see these 2 lines intersect at a point and this intersection point is taken as solution for these 2 equations. So the point here is 4 comma 2. Right. So the intersection point is 4 comma 2 and this 4 comma 2 is the solution for this given problem. Right. Hope you people understand this problem. Thank you.